You'd be surprised at the things men don't know. I mean, you'd think after 10 years my husband would know to leave the toilet seat down.
I wish mine remembered to put it up.
I've been there, too. Does yours ever leave his dirty, smelly clothes lying around?
He puts them right on top of the hamper.
Mine, too.
He'd never think to open the lid and just put the clothes inside.
No, right. A toilet seat they can raise, but a hamper lid, forget it.
Must be biological.
Hello and welcome to Piloting Error, the podcast about unaired, unloved, and unhinged pilots. I'm Joe Young, and with me, as always, is Stuart. How you doing, Stuart?
Hello, nurse.
Is that for me?
Yeah.
And we have two very special guests with us today. The first is the author of the book Excrement Mountain from Ghoulish Books. It's Andrew Hilbert. How you doing, Andrew?
Hello, nurse.
Is that one for me too?
Yes.
And also joining us today, prolific author and publisher of Ghoulish Books, it's Max Booth. What's up, Max?
Hi, Nils.
That one's for me too, right?
You're the only registered nurse here.
So if someone began choking on this podcast, you could save us, right?
Absolutely. I am licensed in first aid.
Would you just stick your hand down the throat until you get to the elbow?
Yeah, absolutely. You try to get all the way down there, and if that doesn't work, you put them down on the ground and stomp up and down on their tummy.
Just cold stomp them.
If that doesn't work, you just put them down.
Just put them down.
Speaking about shoving your entire forearm down someone's throat, tonight we are talking about the 1986 terrible pilot, She's With Me.
It's bad. It's boring.
It's very bad. I have our podcast spreadsheet up in front of us. I have 120 pilots. Why did you guys want to watch this one?
Hold on.
You wanted them to watch this.
Yes.
I wanted you to watch it?
Yes.
When did I suggest this?
You fucking piece
Which
of
one
shit.
did you want to watch?
Microcops.
Why didn't we watch Microcops?
I said to you they wanted to do Microcops.
I said that's great.
You said we could also do She's With Me. Let's do
fuck.
She's With
It's
Me.
my fault then. God damn
That's
it.
right.
This is my fault. I'm sorry, guys. We should have watched Microcops.
We could have watched a show about small policemen.
All right, we'll have to do another episode where we do that. It's my fault.
Yeah, we're saving Microcops for you too.
My terrible communication.
In the meantime, I've got some good news, guys. Stuart lives in Austin. You can go get him.
Oh, we can.
Oh.
Sweet. Can you say the address clearly?
Absolutely. It's 123 Stew Street.
Oh, great.
Wow.
I know the place.
It's a notorious neighborhood.
Okay. Well, before we talk about this pilot, there was another She's With Me pilot that we didn't watch that was better than this one, if you can believe it. And this one was from 1982. Did you guys see this one on IMDb?
No, but I saw this slide, and I was kind of wondering the context. Was this an actual first attempt, or is it just the same name? Nothing else is the same.
There's nothing else is the same.
Okay.
This was probably on TV at some point. It's not available anywhere as of this recording. It's about two independent black women. Right off the bat, pretty progressive for 1982. Sounds great to me. And they're trying to make it in San Francisco, and the pilot involves them renting a houseboat to live in, which sounds really cool, and then acquiring their first job and losing it. And there was only one comment on IMDb.
I love this comment. Can I read it?
Yes, please do.
I remember laughing at this with my mom. I don't know if it was just one of those nights. I have a very happy memory of my mother and me watching the show, and both of us laughing so hard our stomachs hurt. This kills me. This is actually really funny. Mostly, I remember someone saying, "Your walls are wet," and then one of the women saying, "We were crying." I don't know why it was so funny at the time, but it was a good memory. Here's where it goes off the rails. Growing up, Jehovah's Witnesses. This was about as good as it got. Hashtag XJW. And then the best part. Oh, I thought, I thought it said helpful -1.
I think that
But-
that's what it is. It's -1 helpful.
No.
I think it's helpful dot one person and unhelpful nobody. I thought it was a negative amount of helpfuls, but no, it's one person found it helpful. And this was posted recently,
Yeah.
4/20/22.
Not that long ago.
Get them on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have reached out. Actually, so last night when I was going over the notes for the first time, I guess I was just a little drunk, and I thought that this was Stuart's note that he had watched this with his mom, and I was, what the fuck? In 1982? How do you remember that? You were just born.
I missed it.
I also did not realize it was an IMDb review, but I know nothing about any of you hosts, so I just assumed, I guess one of you used to be a Jehovah's Witness, and I thought I could talk about that. Do we think this show had anything to do with being a Jehovah's Witness, or just this was all they were allowed to watch?
I think that's all they were allowed to watch.
Yeah, kind of how Battlestar Galactica is about Mormonism.
Yeah.
I have to ask. Remember, okay, here's the thing. Is that show real? Because there's another show that nobody can find online because it's not real. It's a shark show. It's a Ninja Turtles ripoff, but it's a
Street Sharks?
Street Shark.
Half shark, half man, fighting evil, that's the plan. Street Shark.
Street Sharks. Yeah, but that's a big hoax.
Street Sharks is totally real.
No, Street Sharks is real, man.
Yeah,
I had the toys.
Yeah, I used to watch
No,
it.
no, but there's a different shark
Okay,
show
I gotta
that's
know.
not real. I'm gonna look this up.
There was also that weird Animorph show where the lady, her name was Octavia, and she turned into an octopus, and there was the old fat man with the big mustache, and he would turn into a walrus, and it was Thundercat.
All I know is now I'm an animorph.
No, that was She's With Me.
I actually went back into microfiche to try to dig up something about this show, and I found this little tidbit it was from April 1986, so this was when they were shooting this pilot. If someone wants to read this,
I can read. I can read it.
I appreciate it.
I'll be the reader. By Marilyn Beck, Hollywood. Mick Jagger is scheduled to be on hand Friday when Jerry Hall goes before the cameras in the She's With Me project that could end up putting the relationship to the stress test. The Embassy television sitcom pilot, in which Jerry plays a model, and Dina Manoff, her Girl Friday, is considered a top contender for NBC's fall lineup. If it sells, it will necessitate Jerry staying in Hollywood, thousands of miles away from Jagger's main haunts in New York, Mustique, and London. It also could mean a frequent separation for Mick from his children by Jerry, unless he is content to allow, in what would be a sharp reversal of roles, his life to revolve around her career. Their 3-year-old daughter and 7-month-old son are with Jerry now. She's even had them with her every day on the Hollywood soundstage where she's been in She's With Me rehearsals with the nanny, Natch, to take charge of the kids.
I don't know what that meant.
Naturally.
Oh, naturally.
She's got a nanny, Nash.
Oh.
What's the nanny's name?
Yeah, her name is Natch.
Natch.
At some point in 1986, somebody thought that Mick Jagger's girlfriend, because she could read lines, be an actor.
Well, she was a supermodel.
Yeah, but that doesn't make him be an actor.
I don't know.
I mean, she's definitely just playing herself in this show.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
a Texan supermodel with a rock star boyfriend.
Yeah,
I had no idea who this person was.
Neither did I.
I knew the name, but I thought it was a dude.
I only know a few things. I think, if I recall, this relationship ended badly. I think there was some abuse going on.
Oh, no.
And then she went on to get hitched with fucking Rupert Murdoch at one point.
What?
Yeah, maybe I'm making that up. I don't think so, though.
Well, you may not be making that up, but Street Sharks is certainly made up.
No. Ridiculous. Ridiculous lies. I had a VHS of this damn show. This one and
I'm sure.
and Biker Mice from Mars.
Biker mice from Mars. Biker mice from Mars. Biker mice from Mars.
I have all of Biker Mice from Mars on my hard drive right now. Every single episode.
Well, do you have any Street Sharks?
I haven't
hard drive.
downloaded it, but I'm sure I could find
All
it.
right, go find it.
How often do you think the line from Biker Mice from Mars, cheek to cheek and stink to stink?
That's how my dad conned my mom into sleeping with him.
Okay, you mamma jammas, let's rock and ride!
So I've got this other article that we can read. Joe, you want to hit this one?
This is supermodel Jerry Hall shines in NBC sitcom pilot. Best Bets by Judy Flander. It's a weekend filled with some watchable repeats and a few goodies. One interesting show features supermodel Jerry Hall, co-starring with Dinah Manoff in an NBC sitcom pilot, She's With Me, Saturday at 7:30. The tall, dazzling blonde Texan really doesn't have to act. In fact, her character is a supermodel with a rock star boyfriend who pays more attention to his doorman than he does to her. But Hall is more than okay as a foil for Manoff's klutzy loser, a New York divorcee who keeps up with the lifestyles of the rich and famous, lusts after rock stars, and teaches her new friend how to handle her men. She's With Me is a very New York show, laced with accents and references that probably wouldn't travel beyond New Jersey, and alas, a script that lacks wit. These may be reasons it's not on the fall schedule, but it's nice to have something new. Manoff is an exceedingly talented actress and comedian, and Hall is simply a pleasure to watch.
What the fuck is that article?
Thank you, Judy Flander.
Wow.
It's best bet.
That lady probably made $700,000 a year writing this shit.
Yeah.
This is written by Ron Leavitt and Michael G. Moy, who probably at this very moment working on Married with Children, because Married with Children would come out the next year.
Oh, I thought you meant right now. One is dead.
Oh yeah, I did too.
No, right in the middle of this fucking pilot on
They're
TV.
bringing it back.
Oh yeah, it's going to be an animated series.
No.
Married with Children or She's With
Wait,
Me?
are they really? That's ridiculous.
Is it going to be an anime?
The biggest problem with this show is it's a show about women. Main characters are women. Of the 11 people in the cast, 7 are women. However, it's written, directed, and produced by men.
Wah, wah.
This is all squarely in the category of how men think women act and what men think women talk about, which is men.
Somehow it's not funny at all. Whereas when they're writing, I guess actually Married with Children had quite a few female writers and directors, and the way that they think women acted was fucking funny. It's a fucking funny show.
It's definitely
It's
a better show.
And he'll be on a podcast of all men talking about it.
That's right. That's right.
Hey, it's worth talking a little bit about the Bechdel test because we have never discussed it on this podcast before.
Yes, we have.
We have? When?
I don't remember exactly.
The
when.
Street Sharks episode.
They're no match for the Street Sharks.
Yeah, it was a Street Sharks episode. Thanks for remembering that,
Yeah,
Andrew.
no problem. Big fan.
It originates with American cartoonist Alison Bechdel. She had a 1985 comic strip called Dykes to Watch Out For, and that's where it first appeared. And all it is the show or movie has to include a scene. 2 women talk to each other about something other than a man, with bonus points if the 2 female characters have names. And this pilot explodes Bechdel test because these women talk about nothing but men the entire time.
I think every single conversation was about a male or a woman in a male's a celebrity relationship.
Yeah.
In some way. I don't think anything in this revolved at all around anything.
Oh, I do. It's great.
I mean, I don't even remember what
I
her
do.
job was. What was her job?
She sells makeup.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Souls makeup and a model. Okay. Now I'm embarrassed.
Even in this article, she's a loser divorcee. What? Just because you're divorced means you're a loser?
And also, let's not forget ugly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
is how she referred to herself.
Ridiculous. She's beautiful.
Yeah, it's totally ridiculous. Yeah, I would much rather be with her than Jerry Hall.
I was gonna say the same thing. I was like,
Oh, I thought you were gonna say your wife.
Well, no, I would much rather be with my wife than anyone else.
Oh.
Let's get that on record here.
Has a sitcom ever had an ugly woman character who was actually ugly? I don't think so. You always see in a sitcom, that lady, she's not good looking. But then you look at the actress, it's like, yeah, she is. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
She's fucking stunningly beautiful.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Ugly is really about what's on the inside.
That's right.
Here's the thing. I am extremely filthy all the time, and it doesn't matter to me. I have an issue.
What are you doing?
I am not gonna put video on. I'll tell you that.
All right.
This did air. It was on TV Saturday, July 20th, 1986. And it was the lead into The Golden Girls, which was in its third season. And before it was Facts of Life.
Take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts.
And it was up against Benson.
Fucking Benson.
And also up against Austin City Limits on.
PBS, I think.
Man, she's with. Oh wait, it was on. Wait,
It's two channels.
Channel 20. Yeah, what's up with that?
Channel 5 and Channel 22 are the
Huh.
same channel. For some
Interesting.
reason.
Something's going on. And so is 7 and
The one's UHF, right?
Oh,
One's UHF.
okay.
Is that it? It's
Why would they
UHF?
have the same?
No, I have no idea.
Many people don't know this, but back in the day, especially with sitcoms, we would have two channels. One of them did not have the laugh track on it, and one of them did. So you could choose.
Nobody told me about
You could
this.
choose if you wanted.
You didn't know this?
Yeah.
God damn it.
How do you not know this?
You run a fucking TV podcast. Yeah, it's the same thing with
Street Sharks.
Street Sharks. Which dub do you have, dude? Do you have the audience laughter?
How did they animate that fast for a studio audience?
All right, so here's another thing. Man. It was not even a live studio audience. It's just dubbed in.
Also, it was
So-
AI generated, so it was pretty much automatic.
No idea they could do that in the 90s.
Yeah, it was pretty dope.
Yeah, what do you think Stephen Hawking was working on, for all those years?
Stephen Hawking?
Yeah, Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking.
Probably playing the trumpet.
Yeah, he was playing trumpet and coming up with his grand theory of making sitcoms. His sitcom technology.
I'll tell you one thing: Stephen Hawking, big fan of Millie the Children.
That's right. He was. He couldn't peel him away from the TV while he was on.
Well, speaking of sitcom technology, let's talk a little bit about the YouTube video. This was uploaded by Classic TV and More, a channel that is filled with old award shows, tons of blooper reels, and several cast reunions.
Remember checking out a blooper reel from a fucking Blockbuster? What a disappointment.
You mean during the credits?
No, a sports blooper tape.
Get ready for a trip to the land of oops and whoops. Welcome to the wide world of bloopers, sports foul-ups. We've traveled around the world to bring you the greatest sports bloopers, moments that will take you to unimaginable heights.
My favorite blooper reel from Blockbuster was called Faces of Death.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a great one.
No, please. I know.
Just fucking
I know.
audience, check that
a
out.
laugh riot when that monkey's brains are popping out of his eye holes.
I honestly thought Max was going to do a Zapruder film.
I was going to, but then I realized you couldn't rent that from Blockbuster, probably. You would just have to go to my dad's basement and watch it on the sheet.
From the second angle?
Yeah.
This was uploaded April 24th, 2020, so it's 2 years old. It has 9,000 views, so it's 4,500 views a year, and this is the 15th most watched pilot watched on this podcast so far by yearly views. And it's not taped off TV, so the source is unknown.
It's probably the original producer, a couple of the other ones that just mysteriously crop
The
up.
quality is so terrible.
I don't know. It wasn't that bad. It's bad, I guess, but
I didn't notice bad quality.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty bad for if somebody had a master or something. And normally with those pilots, I don't know, they would have some sort of thing at the beginning saying who owned it or whatever.
Yeah, maybe you need to get a Stephen Hawking's television AI upsampling box at your home. 'Cause, I mean, we all have them, and it looked fine to us.
So the first thing that happens is we get the opening sequence,
okay.
and we see a photo album with the name Edie Gruber, who is our main character, our hero. And the album opens to a page, and it zooms in on a picture that says "Me and My Miniatures."
Bizarre.
And there's a woman, presumably this is Edie Gruber, but it's hard to tell.
It looks like her.
It begs the question: who took this photo?
The most boring person on earth.
A hostage photo.
Jesus Christ.
The last known photo of this actress.
Have you seen this woman?
We get another photo album, and this one says Maris McKay on it, and it's a supermodel photo.
That's
Yeah, glamour shots.
Glamour shot, yeah. And I didn't notice until before, but the first photo album is sitting in the apartment set, and the second photo album is sitting in the
Coke mirror.
other.
Oh, wow. We call that foreshadowing in the business.
Yeah, foreshadowing.
The theme is hanging.
Got some wailing sax.
Bow, bow, ba-dum, bow.
Stephen Hawking actually played.
Yeah, Stephen Hawking wrote and performed the theme.
Correct me is anyone singing in this song? I don't think so, right?
Yeah.
Really?
She's with me.
Okay.
She's with me.
Oh wait, does it really?
A whole lot of me to go around. She's with me.
So the photo album motif continues.
Another year.
Where we see some random home photo, then a professional model, then a credit. And honestly, I found this to be incredibly confusing. The first time I watched it, I didn't know what was going on, why these model photos were mixed together. And then also, they've just kind of got black and white photos next to photos that have happened like recently. Some maniac put this photo album together.
Yeah.
Yeah, her murderer.
I do like the photo of the ex-husband's face scratched out.
Yeah, this was put together by the guy who shot Mick Jagger.
The opening sequence ends, and we pan across a shabby apartment.
The apartment from Bosom Buddies.
Might be. While we listen to Stop in the Name of Love. And out steps our hero, Edie Gruber. And she's tucking her shirt into her skirt as she dances around the apartment.
In the 1980s, people could not get enough of this.
They loved Motown.
They went fucking crazy for it, you're right.
They thought this was the most hilarious thing. Someone tucking the t-shirt in while singing. Holy shit, you couldn't top that in comedy.
Like, is she putting together a jigsaw puzzle?
It's underneath almost. It's part of the countertop. It's very strange because they are eating on top of it later.
Normally finish it.
Well, sometimes when you put together a puzzle, you do laminate it so it's a coffee table, but maybe she just scattered the pieces and went, it's good enough.
So this is Dinah Manoff.
Kind of sounds when you take a fella to dinner.
Who is most well known as one of the main characters from Grease.
What's your name?
Marty.
Marty what?
Maraschino. Lena like and Cherry.
And she actually made 3 pilots around this same time. One of which I hope we get to someday, which is called Sirens, and it's about police women.
Wow, and they're reading Cosmopolitan magazine and Vogue magazine.
On duty?
Damn, women be shopping on TV? On duty.
She spent a lot of time on Broadway. She won a Tony in 1980. And also, she had 3 kids in her 40s, including 2 twin boys. The hell of a lady.
Yeah.
And she's obviously the most talented person on this show.
It was great.
Yeah.
Hey, that was a great song, wasn't it? And for those of you who were singing along, can you believe that was more than 20 years ago? Well, that's nearly a quarter of a century.
What a fucking stupid joke. For those of you singing along, that was 20 years ago, you old piece of shit.
AKA my main audience. Fuck you.
Here's a reminder of the impending creep of death.
We can get a better shot of that jigsaw puzzle. I didn't even notice that.
It's definitely a jigsaw puzzle. I think what's happening is so the set designer, props to the set designer here, because
it's a good set.
They're really trying to just bring home this, she's lonely, she's a lame life. But I think what's happening is she has a glass or laminate top to save her place with the puzzles. So that when, her old...
She's a pro.
Yeah, when her old Ethel neighbor comes over, she doesn't fuck up her puzzle.
So this is what we call in the biz foreshadowing, because I don't know if you know this, but the second episode of She's With Me, they revealed that she's actually Jigsaw from the Saw series.
Oh, wow.
I saw it coming a mile away.
Oh, that photo album makes sense. Yeah.
Who is it? It's Alma.
Then her friend Alma shows up to talk about butts.
Mm-hmm.
And she's played by Candace Azara, our favorite kind of working actor with 90 roles and still working today. Truly the greatest generation.
Do ladies actually love men's asses?
Someone Google it.
All right, hold on. Ladies love men's...
All right, hold on. All right. Ass.
Computer says yes.
Look, Linda Evans coming out of Georgia is wearing the same dress she wore to the People's Choice Awards. What does she think? No one remembers? I hate her hair like that.
She probably did it herself. I'm telling you, these people need someone to tell them what looks good. Check out Sharon.
Remember her with Sonny?
She's almost a savant in pop culture, and a comic book guy, but only interested in tabloid. And the way the jokes were written, too jokey, and it gave me a vibe of, what's that one show? The Bazinga Show?
Young Sheldon,
Big Bang Theory.
Theory.
Big Bang Theory, yeah. And you gotta stick a bazinga in
Hit us
this.
with a bazinga.
I'll stick one in here.
Bazinga.
But it reminded me of that. And that show's lame, and I can't stand it, but Big Bang Theory, yeah.
Well, Edie, Revere Magazine scooped them again. Sly Stallone's divorce settlement is all over page 6.
The match Rocky couldn't win. I didn't know Stallone was getting a divorce.
Neither does he. But psychic Roberta Stump sees it in his future. She also saw the settlement.
Whoa, look what she's getting. The artwork, the Beverly Hills home, his $100,000 stretch Mercedes. I remember when he got there.
It was the day we bought the bath towels and they threw in the washcloths for 99 cents.
Those were nice towels.
So Alma brought a newspaper, and a psychic has predicted that Sylvester Stallone is getting a divorce. And the psychic actually itemizes his estate, which is laudable for a psychic.
We got to get Miss Cleo clip in here somewhere.
If you want him to believe that it's over, then you got to stop accepting the booty calls at 2 a.m. in the morning. You understand?
Yeah.
Hear me now.
I mean, this is definitely a tabloid, right? Because when she brought it in, I thought it was the New York Times.
Oh, yeah.
Bat Boy.
So they're going through this newspaper discussing the various articles and stories about celebrities, and this is to establish the contrast to the shabby apartment building they live in.
As far as contrast goes, I think it's right on the nose.
Yeah.
Look, a photo of Barracuda Johnson getting in his tour bus.
Nice buns.
You should see him wiggle in concert. They're insured for $500,000.
I'd like to be the appraiser.
I don't think that's true, though. I don't think you could get your butt insured.
You can.
Wow.
I minored in ass law, and actually you can.
There are a lot of celebrities that have had their body parts insured. Heidi Klum has her legs insured. Dolly Parton has her boobs insured. Jimmy Durante had his nose insured, which is very
So
odd.
you can. Maybe you can.
Wow. I guess it makes sense.
I mean, if Jimmy Durante's doing it, anyone can do it.
I also like the line when Alma leaves, she says,
Can I have some more of that blush you gave me?
Oh, so Hank liked it, huh?
Well, he said it made me look like a hooker.
I did not understand this fucking joke.
Well,
I'll explain it to you in a second, Andrew, but I was a little slow to add on to the jokes that we were just talking about, and I want to add on. It's a shame that John Bobbitt did not get his penis insured.
I think it's got to be insured now, right?
No, now he can't.
no one's going to touch it.
Frankencock, is that the John Bobbitt porno they made?
Wait, really? Oh, man.
Yeah, Frankenpenis or Frankencock.
I also want to let you guys know that I couldn't remember John Bobbitt's name, so while you were moving on, I was Googling man who lost penis.
Oh.
That's how I found it.
Do I still come up as the first result on that?
No, let's move down to the second page. A lot of people have lost their penises since then.
You don't really hear about that too often.
You don't.
You'd think you'd hear a lot more often as it happens, but...
Yeah.
Bobbitt.
Pumpkin Spice Podcast is back to talk about some of the spookiest movies out there. But this time, they aren't covering franchises. They're taking bus tickets to new cities to explore the horror happening all over the globe. So tune in to Pumpkin Spice Podcast, a bridge burner podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. Check it out now. It's Pumpkin Spice Podcast.
Oh, listen, the girls are coming over for bridge tonight. Can you make it?
Alma, it's Friday night in New York City. Did it ever occur to you that I might have a date?
We go through this every Friday night. Are you coming or not?
Yeah. Listen, I'd love to stay in Dish, but I gotta go to work. I'm doing Manhattan today.
Edie mentions that she's doing Manhattan today. She's selling makeup. Mary Kay or Avon, door to door, I guess.
What was this one called?
It was okay.
It had like it had a very frou-frou name.
It was called New Beginnings.
Yeah,
which is very much a divorced lady kind of name.
Oh.
That's their target audience. Ladies who feel they've lost their luster.
So then we get a quick montage of Edie doing door-to-door trying to sell makeup and getting doors slammed in her face.
Hi, I'm Edie Gruber with New Beginning Cosmetics. Hi, I'm Edie Gruber. Oh, hi, I'm Edie Gruber with New...
And a kid shoots her with a water gun in her face.
He should have tased Joel.
Yeah.
Or maced Joel. That would have been cool.
That would have been great. She's rolling around in agony for about a full on-screen minute.
Yeah, the rest of the episode, she has red eyes. It would have been comic gold.
Yes.
Just walking around the
God
city
bless.
asking for help. But since it's New York, no one's stopping. And that's the whole show. That's the whole show. And then someone runs up and says, "She's with me. She's with me."
She with you? No.
She's with me.
Credits.
All right, but then finally she arrives at Jerry Hall's apartment, and she lets her right in. Edie launches into her sales pitch.
Edie Gruber, New Beginning Cosmetics.
Come on in.
As you know, at New Beginning, we don't just sell makeup, we sell, you guessed it, a new beginning. And don't forget, long after the sale is made, we continue to work with you. Because what we're all about at New Beginning is making everyone a little more beautiful. Yep, that's what we're all about at New Beginning. A more beautiful world. That's us, New Beginning. Goodbye.
And then turns around and is surprised to see a model. And then she closes up her case and heads for the door.
That makes no sense.
Oh, she's beautiful. This makeup is actually only for ugly ladies. Sorry, I have to go.
Groucho Marx walk.
It is a Groucho Marx walk, huh?
And Jerry Hall is the most ridiculous accent I've ever heard.
Y'all might not know this, but I'm not from New York.
I mean, I have a Texas accent most of the time, and that is the most ludicrous overselling of a Texas accent I've ever heard.
So she's from Texas, right? For real?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So what must happen was the director, probably from New York, some hotshot, just saying, "No, make it more Texas." She was probably speaking her normal, saying, "No, make it more Texas. Make it more Texas." And then she had to do a stereotype of herself in order to sell the character because it was grating to me. Maybe 20, 30 years ago, that was a more common accent. I gave up.
I mean, she sounds like the lady. Oh, God, Jesus.
You all right?
Were you attacked?
I was attacked. Help me. Call 911. She sounds like the lady from Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
At this time, I'd like to conclude our tour, and I mean it. Y'all have been one of the greatest groups I have ever worked with, really. Okay, are there any questions? Yes.
Where's the basement?
Excuse me?
Aren't we going to see the basement?
There's no basement at the Alamo.
There's no basement at the Alamo.
Oh, that's what is her name? Jan Hooks.
Oh.
From Saturday Night Live.
Oh.
Yeah, Jan Hooks.
My man knows her name.
But yeah, Jerry Hall is not good. She's bad. Maybe the worst part of the show.
I don't know about that.
Really?
I don't know about worst part of the show. man.
Worst, yeah.
There's some really bad parts.
No, I think she was bad. I think it was a bad script, and she probably wasn't a great actor.
A bad script, a bad
Yeah,
idea.
Yep. They should have let Mick Jagger do a rewrite on it, huh? He's got some writing chops.
She did Saturday Night Live at the same time. Calling it bad is being nice. She's just reading. She just stands there and reads, and she doesn't know how to react to the crowd laughing or anything.
Wonderful Valentine's Day. When I woke up, there was roses all over my bed. There was a diamond bracelet on my pillow. And then Mick got down on his hands and knees and begged me to marry him. Again. He just won't give up. It's pathetic. I mean, you'd think that after 8 years and 2 children, he'd feel more secure about our relationship. But I don't want to marry him until he outgrows this adolescent need to be a rock star. We have a modern relationship, very 80s. He's very supportive of my career. In fact, it was Mick's idea for me to host the show. He's right now in my dressing room taking care of the kids. I can't tell you how hard it is to get a sitter in New York on a Saturday night. Anyway, we've got a great show. Stevie Ray Vaughan's here, and he's funky.
It's horrible.
She just breaks down in tears, starts peeing.
In the monologue, does she have the same accent from the show?
Yeah, that's her real voice. That's how she really talks, or at least that's how she talks on stage.
All right, so then
when
that
she's
is her real
performing.
voice.
That's how she talks in New York.
Yeah, when she's
That
in
must
New
be why Mick Jagger loved her.
Let's find an interview of her in fucking Dallas or something. Let's see. Weird. It takes place in a grassy knoll.
What's it feel like to have no problems?
I have problems. Why would you think I don't have problems? Well, I do. A real one.
I'm waiting.
My boyfriend and I are fighting.
Oh.
Wait a second.
Yeah, of course, the beautiful woman has no problem.
He's just so insensitive. Do you know how we spent the anniversary of our first date? Watching the Knicks game on TV with the doorman. He finally paid me a little attention at halftime. He said, "What do you think, Frank? Some babe, huh?"
He did that to you?
It's kind of ridiculous that a guy who's supposed to be a big rock star, Barracuda Johnson, spending his free time watching shit with the fucking doorman instead of, I don't know, overdosing in the bathroom of the fucking Viper Room. Come on, man. What way is that for a rock star to live?
I want to watch that.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, doorman's probably code for
heroin dealer,
cocaine dealer.
Yeah.
I want to watch that show. Just this rock star hanging out with the jewel man.
This is when we learned that Jerry Hall's husband is Cuda Johnson, who's a rock star.
Well, he's just the boyfriend. He's not her husband. He won't commit.
We've been dating for 2 years now, and he refuses to make a commitment. I'm 29 years old, and I want to have children. I don't want to wake up one day and be 30 and find myself a lonely, childless old spinster. Why are guys so scared to talk about marriage?
But there was also this moment when they realized that despite all their differences, the thing they have in common is their distaste for men.
Who would ever thought that you and me would have guys with so much in common?
There, you see, I knew if we talked long enough, we'd find something that you have that I don't. A husband.
Well... Not anymore.
And Edie tosses her mullet, and the audience goes wild. They love it.
Well, I've seen Andrew do that on stage, and the crowd does just go fucking wild, throwing their fucking Carhartt double knee jeans up on stage.
It made no fucking sense. It made no sense. It was a weird visual.
Is it the same Jill man who killed Rival Phoenix?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, it's hard out there. I got a real good doorman.
Fucking River Phoenix.
So then they start talking about how they are going to get back at these fucking guys.
You know how to really get him? You know all that milk he's been getting from you? Tell him his pail is rusty.
What the fuck does this mean?
Yeah, I thought it was an STD joke.
Tell him his dick don't work, but it clearly does because they're fucking. Tell him he's got.
He has gonorrhea.
Yeah, he's got chlamydia leaking out the tip.
He's got genital warts.
It's a very vague STD joke, but it's very confusing.
They only have 22 minutes.
Barracuda Johnson, the singer, the rock star, Cuda Johnson. And you're Maris McKay, the fashion model he stole away from the ski jumping champion in Gstaad in Choir, September 6, 1984.
Shout out to my friend Cuda, who I believe his name is actually just Cuda.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel Barry would have been more natural, but
yeah, very fake.
So this is when the really weird thing happens. Jerry Hall has a box of Cuda stuff that she's getting rid of, and Edie takes out a scarf and buries her face in
You
it.
see, I have such contempt for this man because of the way he treats you that I would like the honor of disposing of this refuse.
That would be great.
She wants this box of stuff to rub on herself.
yeah.
Deranged behavior. You saw a lot of this in the 80s.
Very deranged.
The deranged thing to make a character do. Oh, they're so obsessed with this person. They just want to rub their clothes all over them.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I've never seen anyone do this ever.
No.
Yeah, ever at all.
In real life?
Well, no, it doesn't make sense. That's all. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
This is male worshiping himself.
I used to live with a guy that stole panties from women.
Yeah,
I would believe a man would do this. I wouldn't believe a woman would.
I think sniffing panties definitely happens for sure. But this weird box of stuff. I got a question. Did he ask his model girlfriend to throw out some shit he didn't want anymore? Why is she throwing shit out? This is just a box of trash. Say, hey, babe, can you throw this out for me?
Edie, I'm going to tell Cuda to be here tonight at 7:30, and I'm going to tell him how I feel. Would you mind coming over, to sort of make sure that I don't chicken out?
Me? Here? With Barracuda Johnson?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I'm going to break up with my boyfriend tonight. Can you come back and make sure that I do it?
Yeah, it was odd.
And
it was odd.
For some reason, Edie gets the idea that she's going to hook up with Huda Johnson.
Oh, God.
And that's what the whole second half of the show is about, which is very strange. I think we should stop the show and play a game because we're halfway through.
Okay. Let's play the very jigsaw here.
All right, guys. I got a very special guest. Let me go grab him real quick. 1 second. 1 second. Let me just open this door. I think he's just waiting on the other side of the door.
It's a squeaky door.
Ah, greetings and salutations, gentlemen.
Hello.
My name is Clifford Dufton Griftly, and I have come to you as a millionaire with a very special millionaire's big money offering. A business package that will be immediately rewarding you with the financial freedom untold since the days of the great Italian investing genius and philanthropist Charles Ponzi, who was unfairly persecuted by the United States government for his efforts to improve the lives of untold thousands of people. Have you ever wished for yourself a money that brings luxurious life into your purview?
Every day.
Perhaps these fine freedompreneurs will be able to make dreams into real life for you. I just need 10 minutes of your time to change your life. Let's play Bring a Friend.
Okay.
So you're going to have to guess the years these brilliant millionaires and their revolutionary and entrepreneur businesses were shut down by nosy government authorities and busybodies. Price is right, rules apply.
Of course.
I love this Italian fella.
How do we ring in?
With your names.
Ring in with our names.
Yeah, just say your name. Well, actually, you know what? We're going to have to do round robin.
Oh, even better.
So you each get a guess.
Gotcha.
All right, fellas. Question 1. Founded by Alex Arnold at the height of the Napster crisis, Burn Lounge Incorporated promised that you could sell digital music through your own custom webpage after purchasing a monthly subscription from the company. Around 30,000 people opened Burn Lounge storefronts. Unfortunately for all of the future millionaires who believed in the product, Burn Lounge and the brilliant mediapreneurs behind it were shut down by the closed-minded individuals of the FTC in what year? Andrew, we'll start with you, then Max, then Stuart.
2002.
2001.
I'm going to say 2006.
All right, it was 2012.
Oh.
Stuart on the board.
What? That seems pretty late to be.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Wow.
When did iTunes open up? Whatever. There's another.
Probably like 2008. Question 2. Glenn W. Turner, a former sewing machine salesman, saw an opportunity to help cosmetic-loving Americans help other cosmetic-loving Americans sell each other mink oil-based cosmetics door to door and at parties under the name Coscott Interplanetary. Sadly, this cosmeticpreneur, along with future O.J. Simpson attorney F. Lee Bailey, found themselves unfairly persecuted by the bastards at the FTC in this year. Max, we'll start with you.
1986.
Andrew?
1981.
Stu?
I'm going to say 75.
Ooh, it was 1971. You all went over.
I am so
Hey, Clifford.
fucking pissed.
Hey, is that your name? Is that your name, Clifford?
Yeah, Clifford Dufton Griftly. That's my name. I'm a millionaire. I'm very rich. Would you freedom of your life? Would you take control?
Yeah. What are you selling?
Question number 3.
Can you just give me some money?
They say everything is bigger in Texas,
It's true.
and the benefits of the fine products offered by your friends at United Sciences of America can just about perform miracles, cure heart disease, alcoholism, arthritis, and even cancer and AIDS. Sadly, you won't find them being offered up by a neighbor you usually try to avoid these days, because the dastardly Food and Drug Administration charged these metapreneurs with making prohibited treatment claims in this year? Stuart?
1984.
Max?
2022.
Andrew?
1991.
Stuart got it. It was 1987.
I was close.
On the dark.
Question 4. After stumbling on a fruit-scented cosmetic company that was going out of business, probably because it was run out of a garage instead of a multi-million-dollar business office, William Penn Patrick purchased their remaining stock for $16,250 and founded Holiday Magic, which distributeurpreneured thousands of people's lives until the Market Court of Sweden formed an evil capital-hating Voltron with the SEC, FTC, and state of California to crush some hopeful future millionaires' dreams shortly after Patrick's death in this year. Max, we'll start with you.
Jesus Christ.
Goddamn.
1990.
Andrew?
Oh, man. 1978.
Stuart?
1953.
Well, that was way off, but Stuart gets it because it Price is Right rules. It was 1974.
All right, I'm figuring this game out.
Oh, my God.
I changed my answer to everything to be 1899.
All right, you also can't go 10 years before.
So, Clifford, what fruit should we be investing our money in?
Fruit scent, right?
Put all of your money in dragon fruit, guys. It grows really good in Mexico. You should buy a big orchard and only grow dragon fruit because it's $10 a pound in the United States. You could make a ton of money.
Wow, that's actually useful info.
Question number 5. With obesity becoming more and more an issue in this beautiful country we love, the United States, self-motivated methapreneur and former police officer Michael Ellis saw a solution that he could offer to people to offer to their friends, an ephedrine supplement called Metabolife 356 that improved hundreds of millions of lives around the world until, what a surprise, the killjoys at the IRS, Department of Justice, and FDA put an abrupt stop to Ellis's attempt to better the world in this year. Stuart?
2002.
Max?
1899.
Strategy.
Andrew?
1990.
It was 2005.
Oh, my God.
He was also busted with running actual meth labs.
Oh my God.
Oh, well, that's a good guy.
Yeah.
Wait, so he was a cop running a meth lab.
He was a cop running a meth lab and selling ephedra legally.
I feel running a meth lab, it's a good product. Lose some weight.
As every cop should.
If I remember correctly, he put a bullet in his own brain. Question number 6. Monarch Health Sciences was originally founded by Dallin Larson to distribute diet and weight loss supplements. They eventually stumbled on a healthful juice beverage, Monavie, which became extremely popular with the healthfully conscious, the juicepreneurial-minded, and folks who just love the color purple alike. Despite multiple lawsuits from poverty mindset suffering luminaries Oprah Winfrey, Dr. Andrew Weil, and the FDA, who attempted to prevent Monavie from curing people of their acai-poured diets, they foreclosed in this year.
2003.
Andrew?
2000.
400 BC.
Max is on the board. It was 2015.
Wow.
Question number 7. Most people don't know that future sex culturepreneur Keith Raniere actually started changing lives and helping people achieve dream lifestyles years before he and Nancy Saltzman started the revolutionary multi-level slavery company Nexium. He called it Consumers Byline Incorporated, a name befitting a man with a 240 IQ, and its purpose was to empower everyday future millionaires to offer discounts on things, groceries, and appliances. Sadly, all good things must come to an end. And in this year, Raniere shut down CBI after coming under investigation. Andrew?
1982.
Wow.
No, 1986.
1993.
Max?
I was gonna say 86. So now I'll say 1985.
It was 1996.
Ah, damn it.
Only 2 years later, he would start convincing ladies that they needed to have sex with him, and also brand them for some reason.
So who won that round? I forgot everybody's answer. I said 86, right?
Stuart did. I think he said 92.
Yeah, 93. Close enough.
All right, last question. It's not often that you get the chance to work with a former future president. And that's just what individuals who wanted to be their own boss, make their own hours, and control their own paycheck were offered in 2009, when big business genius billionaire Donald Trump attached his name to the products from Ideal Health Incorporated. The Trump Network was shut down in this year, but just the big man himself and every multi-level marketing company, it never really went away.
Okay, so he took a bill in 2009, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 2009.
Andrew?
He shut down this year and never went away. I'm going to say 2016.
Stuart?
2015.
Ooh, Max got it.
Oh.
It was 2011. It only lasted 2 years. People who invested in it were super pissed off that Donald Trump wasn't as involved as they thought he was going to be, which is very surprising that he wasn't, right? Right, guys? He's a man of integrity.
You guys have way too much faith in Donald Trump.
I want him to go away.
Stuart is the winner for the first time ever. I think that's the first time
Wow.
Stuart's ever won a game.
No, I've never won anything.
All right, guys, that's all from me, Clifton, Defton, Griffley. Let me.
Well, wait a minute. We're not rich. I thought you were going to teach us how to be rich.
Well, hey, all you gotta do is just believe in yourself and find a couple of friends who have big networks of people that they can sell.
Oh, God damn it.
How much do y'all pay Clifton to do this shit?
I didn't even know he was coming.
My appearance fee is my own business. You can take it up with Joe.
Yeah, talk to Joe.
I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
Oh, God. Door is so creaky.
Well, guys, how was it? Did you guys learn anything from our new friend, Clifton?
How much do you pay him? I want to know that.
Look, I mean, I may have had to take out a loan to do it, but I think it was worth it. I think we're all going to be millionaires in no time.
Thank you. Thanks to our Patreons for paying for that. Do we have a Patreon?
No, we don't have a Patreon.
Oh, shit.
No one should pay for this shit. Just kidding. Pay for us. Pay for
Yeah,
us.
send us money.
Get some t-shirts.
Yeah, let's make some t-shirts.
Yeah, I should make a t-shirt.
Looking for your next audio binge? Bridge Burner is an independent podcast collective with all types of shows guaranteed to bring you hours of enjoyment. Podcasts like Reenacted, an Unsolved Mysteries podcast. On Reenacted, hosts Robert and Crystal watch and discuss the classic episodes of Unsolved Mysteries. They don't take themselves or the program seriously, they're just a couple of dummies who love unsolved mysteries. Or try Piloting Error, a crash course in abandoned media. Hosts Joe and Stu and guests walk scene by scene through television pilots that were aired but never picked up for series. It's a time capsule of the bizarre. Maybe you'll enjoy Bill and Rob's An Excellent Adventure, where hosts Bill and Rob find the joy in watching a lackluster series of films like Predator or pre-MCU Marvel films. Hey, you could even check out The Bachelor Masters, a non-corporate show about the Bachelor franchise. What does the Bachelor series say about society? This podcast will let you know. If these shows sound fun, then you'll definitely enjoy Pumpkin Spice Podcast, a seasonal treat where comedy and horror movies meet all year long. But wait, there's more. Bridgeburner also has access to 2 Mike Sachs exclusives. Randy, the full and complete audio memoir of the amazing life and times of Randy S., and Passing on the Right, both hilarious pieces of audio fiction created by the award-winning writer Mike Sachs. If you have a podcast that you think would fit with the Bridgeburner Collective, reach out to any of these shows, and they'll let you know how to join. Remember, 5 stars are our favorite. We love reviews, and also share every single one of these podcasts in your group chat. It's Bridgeburner, and you can see more at bridgeburner.page.
So you guys are both prolific fucking authors.
Andrew has a book coming out.
That's right. He does, right?
Yeah, I got a book coming out. It's called Excrement Mountain.
Wow.
It's not spelled that way. You just drop all the vowels, and that's how you'll find it on the internet to purchase if you are so inclined but it's Excrement Mountain without any vowels. It's published by Ghoulish Books. Max Booth, good friend and great publisher and prolific author himself. I am not prolific. Excrement Mountain actually came out of feeling guilty about not being prolific, and it's a pretty short book, but I actually think it's pretty good. So hopefully everyone who reads it likes it. I just want to be loved.
When you sent it to us originally, and it wasn't long at all because you had removed every vowel from the manuscript. So when we had you add those in, it beefed it up a bit.
Yeah, it went from a solid 8 pages to a solid 102.
Yeah, trying to figure out that is trying to figure out the movie primer.
It's amazing. If you take out spaces and vowels, amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much space you can save.
What's the plot?
The plot is there are some actors who are acting in a ridiculous movie, and they just cannot believe what's happening in the script, and they're kind of harassing the director. The director is a famed Italian director, and he was best known for Wet Cannolis, which was a pornography, but he is telling them, hey, this is not going to be a pornography, don't worry, but it's clearly a pornographic thing they're in. But in the middle of this is the very beginning, so it's not spoiling anything. In the very middle of them arguing about this, a huge pile of shit falls in the middle of Austin, Texas.
Wow.
Right out the window. And all of a sudden, they are no longer filming a pornography. They're going to film Apocalypse Now and Heart of Darkness. They're going to film a movie and a documentary at the same time. And the director was going to write the script on the fly every day. So they were saying, we're going to climb that mountain. The movie's changed. We're going to climb this mountain. And so thus begins the journey.
I'm looking at the cover of it right now.
Mm-hmm.
I love that you've got the Austin skyline in the background. And I can tell where this mountain would be right where my old apartment used to be. And I can confirm that it's a giant pile of shit right there in Austin. It is a shitty area.
You dropped that load.
Well, the guy who did the cover, his name is Zug Gudina. Is that right, Andrew? I believe he lives in Austin, right?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's very cool.
Here's a small world here.
Yeah, I got to vouch for Andrew's books. I've read a couple of them.
Oh,
Definitely check out Death
Cool.
Thing. Fucking
Death Thing.
Fucking phenomenal.
Death Thing, yeah. That was the first one, and it was.
Oh, was it?
It was the first one that got published, but it was published by a man who is currently incarcerated.
Really?
Yeah. Real bad seed. That one, real bad seed. Yeah, for.
Jesus.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's a little cool crime.
God damn it! Can we not have a single podcast where we don't talk about? I swear to God.
Yeah.
I swear to
we
fucking
can't.
God.
We can't. It's impossible. Anyway, next week we'll be bringing you an exclusive interview with Jelaine Maxwell.
Well, thanks to this. I know Andrew. He introduced me to him.
Oh my God.
Yeah, before you went to jail for pedophilia, say, I'm going to be going away for a while. There's this guy, Max, I know that might be able to publish you.
He did one good thing. Not the pedophilia, the reuniting of old friendship.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yep. Oh, man.
In Selma, I'm going to be opening up a bookshop called Ghoulish Books, which is also the name of the book publishing press that we run. And for those who don't know, Selma is a small town on the edge of San Antonio. So small It doesn't even have its own post office. So,
jeez.
Wow, I thought you had to have a post office. I thought that was what made you a town.
So did I.
It's in the fucking Constitution.
That's right. Article 2, must have post office.
Okay, so you're going to open it. Where is it going to be? In Selma?
Selma, Texas, yeah. I don't know when it's going to open yet because I haven't moved into the building. I'm moving into it in about a week or two, and then we will figure out what needs to be done.
That's awesome.
But yeah, also, mid-April, we will be doing the Ghoulish Book Fest in San Antonio. It's a book fest we do every April. We did the first one last April, so this will be the second one, and it's pretty exciting. We have some fun guests of honor coming from all around the planet. We have Trevor Henderson, who invented Siren Head, coming from Canada. We have Josh Mallerman, who Build Box. He's going to be coming from not Canada, Michigan. Other people that I'm blanking on right now. Andrew will be coming, I assume.
Oh, I'll be coming. Not there. But...
Not only is Andrew going to the fest, but I'm also going to be doing a ghoulish wedding, and he's going to be officiating it.
Excellent.
Yep. Yeah.
Man, fantastic.
That's where I'll be coming.
We'll post links to all of this in the description of the show and on our Twitters and Instagrams.
We're going to smear it all over our social media.
It's time. Don't touch me. It took them 4 hours to make me look like this. It takes 2 seconds to destroy it.
She's gotten all dressed up and told all the old ladies in her so they can all congregate in the hallway and cheer for her and take pictures of her.
How do these old ladies know who he is?
These are the horniest.
These are very horny old ladies. We love horny old ladies on this podcast. That's our favorite kind of lady.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
For sure. I mean, not just on this podcast, just in the world.
Yes.
Right.
But let me just say, there is something about the box of shit. Some old lady says, "Oh, give me a pair of underwear," and then the main character is, "Who do you take me for? Some kind of sex crazed maniac?" And
With Larry.
we clearly saw before the commercial break she was a sex crazed maniac.
Well, I'm ready. Wish me luck.
Oh, get his autograph.
Get his picture.
Get his underpants.
But then a legitimately funny thing happens. This got a laugh out of me. She gets on the elevator and a series of other people get on the elevator and it gets progressively more ridiculous.
Curly and Mo.
So by the time she gets to Jerry Hall's apartment, she's a complete mess and she has torn hose and a stained dress, and I thought she looked like Belinda Carlisle.
Why is Belinda Carlisle wearing a trash bag in the picture that you chose?
That's what she's famous for, is her trash bag dress.
Edie, you're looking a little new wave.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, everything looked in fashion still.
Yeah, she looked great.
I think she has a better chance of Kuda coming.
Where's Kuda?
He's not coming, Edie. I phoned to let him know not to be late. Frank, the doorman, answered. He said Kuda's gone to Paris and he'll call you when he gets back. He didn't even have the nerve to call me himself. What a wad!
Why do we let them do this to us?
But apparently Kuda has decided to fly to Paris.
With his doorman.
He's his fucking Dr. Gonzo. As your doorman, I have to insist that you're in a very fast convertible.
This is the American dream in action.
Wait!
Should we be fools not to ride this strange torpedo all the way out to the end?
I mean, are we supposed to just sit here and wait till he comes back from Paris? Well, we're not. We're going out tonight. I got us dates.
Dates?
They go to a restaurant.
They go to dinner with two pigs. Let's just say it. Two male chauvinist pigs.
They're awful. And their crotches out towards Jerry at the table on either side of her.
Yeah, they got her in the pincher move. She has lost battle priority.
Don't you think you should pay some attention to Edie?
Me? I think since Mark is her escort, he should have to talk to her.
Me? You're sitting next to her.
This is ridiculous, Cubby. You're her date.
Wow.
It was hard to watch. It was truly hard to watch.
This is such a classic fucking 80s scene, too. Two dickheads who think they're so hot, and they got nothing. They got no riz, as the children say.
And I don't see what the problem is with Edie. I think she looks very nice.
No idea.
Wonderful. Yeah, get this. Dad tells me, debutante or not, she's a harlot. So he ships me off to Harvard. I come back, and she's my mother.
But then the waiter shows up.
Well, have we decided?
I can't decide between the beef Wellington and the tiger prawns.
The tiger prawn.
Here? Oh, definitely.
Very good, madam. And you?
And I don't know if you guys were this fucking blew your mind, but it was the fucking guy that plays the chief in the Terminator.
Why do we always have the B actors from the Terminator on this show? We had the security guard from the hospital from Terminator 2 as well in one of these.
It's true. Well, I think James Cameron just is really good at picking these character actors they're that guy kind of character, you know?
James Cameron is just good at everything. Go see Avatar: Way of Water.
Is it good?
Official sponsor. I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't watch movies in the
theater.
theater.
I can't watch a movie that's 3 hours long in the theater.
No, absolutely
not at all. No, they don't let you smoke cigarettes in there, so there's not a chance of me sitting through a whole 3-hour fucking movie.
Do they give you 3D glasses when you go in there?
It is in 3D now. Why the fuck is 3D bad?
3D glasses as someone who wears glasses is just not appealing.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, it sucks.
But Earl Bone, though, this man has 290 roles to his name.
Jesus Christ, that's Seymour Cassell level.
He was working from 1974 to 2017, and he just recently died. But wow, what a great working actor.
R.I.P. to a real one.
Brad Palmer from the Vineyard. He's having a birthday party tonight at the Palladium.
Yes, that's right. You know, Cher and Kurt Russell and that Miami Vice guy.
Don Johnson?
Yes, that's him. Well, they're all going to be there. Why don't the three of us go over together?
There's 4 of us.
Oh, well, if it'll make you happy, you can bring your little friend, too, okay?
Oh, yes.
No, there's no need to play this game any longer. Edie, go ahead. Tell them what you've been too kind to say.
Whose car are we going in?
Wouldn't Jerry Hall have the invite to that? Couldn't she just show up to that fucking party without those guys? She didn't need those.
It's true.
Yeah, who the fuck are these jabronis?
She's the supermodel. She showed up at that party. Oh, yeah. Walk in. Hogwash. This whole
we
fucking
got
show
hogwash.
was terrible.
With the possible exception of Cuda Johnson, you two are the most insensitive, surface, conceited excuses for men I've ever come across.
Oh, really? Buck, let's get out of here. Maybe your new mom has a couple of friends.
Jerry Hall tells the dates off, and they storm off.
I've got this photo session coming up in London in a couple of weeks, and I'd sure like to have someone around I can trust and, well, have fun with. You know, like a gal Friday.
You want me to go to London with you? London, England, home of the Beatles?
It's not much of a job.
Swings like a pendulum do?
Kind of like a personal secretary.
Maris, you don't need a girl Friday. What you want is a friend. It's not a job being your friend. I'd love to do that.
Thanks, Edie. Do you think you could help me find a personal secretary?
I'll take it. Yeah! Oh, I'm gonna be great at this. I know I am.
And this was just the stupidest fucking thing. I do not understand how this sitcom is going to work. She's just her secretary. She pays her to be her friend, and that's the show.
She's cast as a viper. I'm gonna fuck your boyfriend, and I'll be your friend if you pay for me. She's supposed to be the one that's likable.
Yeah, if this had been made into a show, we would now be getting listicles on BuzzFeed going, actually, Edie was not the hero of the show.
Yeah. Eight times Edie was the villain on She's With Me.
Then Edie goes to the bathroom, and this guy pops up out of nowhere.
Listen, Wayne and I are out celebrating, being named 2 of the city's most eligible bachelors. Of course, we have no dates.
Some buffoon.
Yeah, some buffoon pays for their check and invites Jerry Hall to go out dancing and says,
Wayne really likes your friend.
Let me ask her.
And they show Wayne. Is this supposed to be a celebrity? Is that Wayne Gretzky? Who is this?
He looks like a fucking Baldwin brittle.
Yeah, he does. Oh my God, you're right.
Wayne Baldwin.
And he's wiping sauce off his shirt.
Hey,
and
I got the spaghetti on my shirt.
I did not get this joke at all. Who Wayne is supposed to be?
I think the joke is supposed to be, oh, we have this fucking slob who we're gonna stick with Edie.
No, here's Wayne, my doorman.
He has Rival Phoenix's blood still on his hands.
Yeah.
I think Wayne's pretty handsome.
But hold on, Wayne was named one of the 2 most eligible bachelors in the city. Then why is he the slob?
Wayne and the other dude became friends in a similar way as Edie and What's-Her-Face. He was just going to dill selling makeup, and then he came on to this rich guy, and he's like, hey, you want to be my friend? And
the 2 pilots merged.
It would just be called He's My Buddy.
He's with me.
That's my Wayne. Hey, that Wayne's mine. I mean, it works.
That's my Wayne. See him there, he's got sauce all over his shirt. That's my Wayne.
Is Wayne a common Italian name?
Can't complain, it's me and Wayne. And we're best friends on the town, just two eligible bachelors.
Spaghetti boys.
Spaghetti boys.
That's
my Wayne.
That's my Wayne. Wayne Spaghetti.
That's My Wayne was filmed in front of a live studio audience.
At Olive Garden.
Oh my God. That's My Wayne was filmed in front of a live studio Olive Garden.
Listen, Edie, you want to go dancing? You and me? Well, it's your reputation.
No, these two guys, they're really
Yes!
great.
You know, thanks to you, good things are finally starting to happen to me. As of tonight, I really think my life is going to change.
And as she walks out of the restaurant, arm in arm with Jerry Hall, she has a toilet paper tied to her foot. Okay.
She literally tied it around her ankle.
And there's a guy looking down at the toilet paper.
I mean, just put a foot out, man. Cut it.
Yeah, just help a lady
You
out.
could tell the show has no guts because that teepee is not brown.
Yeah.
It should be.
Look, man.
Oh my God. It's the worst joke. I've never understood the fucking joke.
The toilet paper joke?
What is the joke of someone walking out of a fucking bathroom with fucking toilet paper stuck to their foot?
It was pretty funny when Trump did it.
Only scumbags do it. Only scumbags.
Only
do it,
scumbags use toilet paper. Real patriotic Americans use the 3 shells.
He doesn't know how to use the 3 seashells.
What is this, 20 meters of toilet paper?
Surprise, Andrew hasn't promoted bidets yet.
Hey, you're a bidet boy too? We'll get to that.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's get to bidets.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Oh, are we going to get to it? Or are we going to get to it? Okay.
And that is Cheese with Me.
Welcome to the bidet corner.
Okay.
So Andrew, what kind of bidet you got?
Well, I do not have one of those automatic ones.
Oh, okay,
I got one that you got to use your hand.
Okay.
It's a hose, basically. And it's full power, baby. I mean,
love it.
I've got blisters, but they don't stink.
Let me ask you: when you spray it, does it not just send shit all around the bathroom?
No,
What's going on?
You have to. There's finesse. There's a learning process, Max.
So mine actually nails my asshole directly every single time, and I don't know how it's even possible because I have a tiny little asshole.
At that point, are you not just shooting the poop back into you?
I mean, I'm okay with that. I'd rather have it back into me than onto my underwear.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I am a vigorous wiper.
Same here.
Okay?
Same here.
Very vigorous. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's soft. It doesn't matter if it's hard. There are dingleberries that are just going to fly everywhere.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. If you wear boxers, which I do commonly, I mean, you will find dingleberries not in the bathroom, but maybe in the kitchen.
Of course.
Maybe in the bedroom. Because their gravity is stronger
Yeah.
than the ass hairs that you know.
Preach.
So bidet is the way to go.
It's superior. Also, I don't get dingleberries because despite being probably the hairiest man alive, I have no hair on my ass. I'm a fucking baboon. My back looks fucking Chewbacca, and I got nothing on my ass.
So can we roll the tape back of when we asked if women loved ass? I'm sure they love that ass.
Yeah. Do they love a big hairy ass? Do they love a tiny little smooth ass?
Do they love a hairy? There's no way they love a hairy ass.
Women, tell us which asses you in a 5-star Apple Podcasts review.
Yeah, you're gonna answer. I'd tell you what kind of ass I love. A real hairy ass with dingleberries all over it, baby.
Ron Levitt and Michael G. Moy, who co-created Married with Children, I imagine after working on this piece of crap pilot, they were ready to do something a little more interesting, a little more off the rails.
They did have a couple of Married with Children style jokes in this.
Did you think so?
Yeah, I thought the blush makes me look a hooker. That was very Married with Children, and then maybe your new mom has some friends. Oh, it was a great joke.
Yeah.
Your new mom. They eventually became the MILF Hunter and Captain Stabbin, respectively. Yeah, I've been rewatching Married with Children, which when I was a kid, I did not care for the show. The intro is just, it's still really depressing to me. That footage of Chicago, it
was on every single night in the 90s. It was on every single night.
But rewatching it now, it is probably a top 5 funniest fucking sitcom I have ever seen.
I love it.
Me too.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
Ed O'Neill is one of the greatest comic actors of all time, and he has this ability of making himself look more deranged than anyone else in fucking Hollywood at a moment's notice.
Ed O'Neill in Wayne's World is
Yes.
quite a light.
I'd never done a crazy thing in my life before that night. Why is it? If a man kills another man in battle, it's called heroic. Yet if he kills a man in the heat of passion, it's called murder. Hello! What do you think you're doing?
You ever stabbed a man in the dead of winter time? Watch the steam rise up from the wound?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember reading an interview or something with some of the writers of Married with Children, and they were always in trouble with the press or the PC or whatever, because it was people saw it as misogynistic or whatever. But they pointed out they had a pretty high level of women directors and writers on staff, higher than was normal at the time.
Yeah, yes. A woman directed most of the episodes of Married with Children.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if you think about it, the main thing of the show is men are stupid.
Yeah, men are dumb. They love to shit and read the paper and reminisce about their fucking glory days playing high school sports.
Dude, that one episode, I see you say that, and I have the one episode where they recreate his knee not touching the ground in the shoe store.
Yeah, I remember that. That was amazing.
Yeah, it's an amazing.
I think when you're doing something that's so lowbrow, everybody expects it to be dumb, but actually the writing is really tight and brilliant.
It catches you off guard. I think it's smart writing,
Right.
As opposed to intentional messaging. Weirdly, Fox is such a conservative company.
Yeah.
But at the time, Married with Children and then The Simpsons.
Edgy for the time.
That first couple of years of Fox, the stuff that they were putting out was wild. I was never allowed to watch it as a kid. It was the show that my mother would bring up, that Married with Children, you can't watch it.
Yeah, I wasn't allowed to watch it either, but we would get babysat with my grandparents, and we'd watch it over.
Oh yeah, classic.
It was on 2 or 3 episodes a night, every single night.
They played 3 or 4 in a row. Yeah,
They did. It was always on. How much did Ed O'Neill make off that show?
Well, here's the thing. By the end of it, it was costing $1 million per episode to produce,
That's an insane amount for the 90s.
I have to imagine it's because of the cast.
He made $500,000 a fucking episode.
He earned it.
He definitely did. Jesus Christ.
I also learned it was based on a radio show called The Bickersons.
That sounds very familiar.
From the 50s or the 40s or something.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Bickersons.
My shirt is all wet. I hope it's blood.
Get up off your knees and stop licking the floor.
Oh, my dad made me listen to this one time. He's a big old-timey radio guy, despite the fact that he's only 60 fucking years old. I love old-timey stuff.
All right, well, is there anything else we need to say about She's With Me?
Watch Married with Children. Don't watch She's With Me. Read Excrement Mountain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Check out the Ghoulish Bookstore if you're ever in Texas. I know we got some Texas listeners.
And we need to have you guys back.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have you guys back to do Microcops.
Hell yeah.
God, that's my fucking fault.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This might also be my fault for being the go-between.
Yeah, there is a series of go-between. Yeah.
I'm gonna start group texts for this shit.
Are you sure? Are you sure that's the one you want to do?
Yeah, it was me and Andrew communicating, and then Max and Stuart getting secondhand information of a game of Purple Monkey Dishwasher.
Thank you so much for joining us on this thought-provoking debate about film television writing. Did you like that? Did you? Well, I've got great news for you. There's plenty more where that came from, Bucko. Check out Piloting Air wherever you get your podcasts. And join in on the fun at Piloting Air on Twitter, at Piloting Air Podcast on Instagram. And hey, if you've come across a crazy failed pilot you'd like us to cover, or if you'd just like to tell us what a bad job we're doing, email us over at pilotingair@gmail.com. We are a Bridge Burner Collective podcast.
When I was governor of Minnesota, I asked the President of the United States, George W. Bush, hey, how come we haven't released any of the secret documents the CIA has on aliens?